Hello everybody. In this video, I want to talk about the shutdown case in chapter 10. Chapter 10 is about perfect competition market and how we can maximize the profit in this market in the short run, of course. If you look at the materials that I posted on D12 for the week of April 27th, you can find this problem that I'm about to kind of explain to you because I'm getting some emails and I wanted actually to explain it again. Remember that if the company is making money and if the profit is positive, we're not going to discuss this shutdown case. Shutdown case happens when the company is in the short run and is not making money, but it's just too soon for the company to decide if it should stay in the market or leave the market. So if you remember from this chapter, our producers do not have any control over the price. They are price takers, so they have to accept the price in the market. So in the shutdown case, basically the company is trying to take a little break, don't produce anything, and just wait for the market to change, for the price to change. If the price changes, if the price especially increases, then the company has a chance to start producing goods and services. Otherwise, the company would stay closed or wait a little bit longer. If we're entering the long run after 6 months, if nothing is happening in the market, then the company can completely close out, liquidate the assets, and just leave the market. But it will happen in the long run. So this question on D12 is about short run, and we are deciding here for the company to shut down or produce with the loss. So the first step to solve this type of question for us is to calculate the loss. Again, if it's profit, if the company is making profit, then we're not going to talk about the shutdown case. So you calculate the profit or your loss. In this case, you should have the loss. So anytime for any question that you're doing, as soon as you see a loss, think about the shutdown case. Don't stop here, okay? Because it's short run. This chapter is all about short run. So you calculate basically your profit loss. If the company is making profit, you are good to go. We're not going to talk about the shutdown. But if you see loss, then you are not done here. You should ask yourself as a company owner that if you should shut down, which means no output is going to be produced, but since it's short run and you're hopeful as a business owner that things might change in the market, you are going to pay your rent, your mortgage, your insurance. These are all your fixed costs, TFC, fixed cost, because you want to stay in business. So you are not producing any output, but you are going to pay your fixed costs, okay? Another option that you have here is to produce your optimal amount of output, however you have the loss, okay? So sometimes shutting down is expensive, so it's better not to shut down and keep producing the optimal amount of output, okay? So which one you are going to do, are you going to shut down or not? It depends on your fixed cost and your loss. So calculate your loss, calculate your fixed cost. Definitely the question will give you some information that you can calculate your total fixed cost. In this question, you have the average fixed cost. That's your fixed cost per unit of output. So if you look at the formula we have, average fixed cost is total fixed cost divided by quantity. So if you rearrange this formula, your total fixed cost is average fixed cost times quantity. So you do have the average fixed cost, which is $20. The question gave you the quantity. The optimal quantity is 200. So your total fixed cost here is 200. And if you also calculate the loss for this question, as I did in the handout on D12, you will see that your loss here is 100. Negative 100. I'm not going to put any negative sign because I don't want to confuse you when I explain the next step. So your loss is $100. So your company is losing $100, and your total fixed cost, the money that you are paying for your rent, for your insurance, or for your mortgage together is $200. So for the next step, you are going to compare your loss with your total fixed cost. Okay, if your fixed cost is too high compared to your loss, it means that you are not going to shut down. You keep the company open, you produce the optimal quantity, however you have the loss. That's the best bet for you at this point. But if your total fixed cost is less than your loss, then you are going to shut down and you are not going to produce for a while. Again, remember, this is short run, okay? So in both cases, shutting down or producing the optimal quantity, remember that you are losing something. If you shut down, TFC is the money that you are going to lose. And if you do not shut down and you keep producing the optimal quantity, remember that you are still dealing with your loss. So you are still going to lose some money. But in the third step, we are trying to make the best decision. And the best decision is you are going basically to lose less money. So in this question, if you shut down, you are going to pay $200, which is your fixed cost, okay? But if you don't shut down, this is the money you are going to lose. So if you shut down, you are going to lose $200. If you don't shut down, you are going to lose $100. So in this question, shutting down actually is expensive for you. You are going to lose more. So if you keep producing your optimal quantity, which is 10 units of output here, you are going to lose only $100. So you don't have to shut down here. If you shut down, you are going to lose more money. So again, for these type of questions, if you see loss for the company, and if the question is talking about perfect competition market, do not stop here. Always calculate your fixed cost, compare your fixed cost with your loss, and then make the best decision for the company. Hope that helps. Thank you.